Let's talk about how to use the budget M4, aka the Famas, in Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Now, the Famas is an extremely effective rifle that you can use, but it is constantly overshadowed by the more stronger rifles like the A1S, the AUG, the M4, and it's not a very popular option that people like to pick up. And it honestly is not a rifle that you should be trying to use, every round of the game. It's a rifle that you should be using when you have to use it. So today I'm going to teach you how to use it so that when you're forced to buy it and you don't have enough money to buy the M4, you will not be struggling. You're going to absolutely destroy with it, and you're going to shock the other team with how effectively you can use the budget M4. But make sure you guys check out the other videos in this series I'm doing, covering every weapon inside of the game. There's lots of good stuff, and you're going to learn how to use every weapon like a pro. And I want you guys to comment below what weapon you want me to cover next. So yeah, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm posting every single day. I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers, so it would mean so much to me if you guys did that. And make sure to hit that bell so you're notified whenever I post a video. But yeah, let's get right into it. So the Famas, like I said, it is a CT side rifle, right? You can only buy this weapon on the CT side. And as we can see from our buy menu here, it is $2,050, my bad. So, it's a lot cheaper than even the A1S. It's about $850 cheaper. And it's a gun that you're going to have to buy when you do not have enough money, right? So why is it worse than the M4? Well, one, it's not silenced like the A1S, right? But also, if we go ahead and look at the damage, it does a lot less damage, right? And it actually has slightly faster fire rate than the A1S. But it's hard because it's not as easy to spray as the A1S, right? The A1S is very tight, so the Famas is going to have a more wild spray. And also, guys, it's just not very accurate, right? So as we can see, the accurate range is only 16 meters compared to the A1S is 30. So overall, it's just a worse version of the M4, right? It's just a worse version. And one unique thing about it, though, is that you have the option to put burst fire on. So if we use our right click button on our mouse, we put it in sports mode. Now, sports mode makes it so that it only can shoot 3 bullets at a time. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this is not practical at all. Don't use this, right? There's almost no situation where you need to use this, because at the end of the day, if I want to burst, I could do the same by just doing it myself, right? Doing it myself, and then if there's more enemies, I can just keep spraying, right? So there's almost no use to using burst mode, so that mechanic with the gun is just absolutely useless in my opinion, and you can't convince me otherwise. So that's the first thing. Now, because of the worse damage output, and it's a lot weaker, it's going to be really hard to use the Famas when the other team has AKs, right? If the opponent has an AK, they are going to have the firepower advantage on you. You are really going to have to hit the 2 headshots and make sure you can kill them right away. You're going to have to laser beam them with that, which is very challenging with the Famas, because the Famas spray, like I said, is not as easy as the M4, right? It's a little more wild, and it goes back and forth. So you guys can load up an aim training spray map. I've done a video on how to spray on my channel, and you can learn the Famas spray, because that is going to help you out a lot, because you have to be accurate with this gun, right? You have to be. Now, one advantage of the gun is that it does not have a long barrel, so you can sit in places that you want to be able to with the A1S, and you're not going to have your gun stick out as much. But what I like to do with the Famas is use it when I know the other team is like most likely gonna have Galils or Mac 10s or something. And like I said, at the end of the day, you never want to buy a Famas, right? You never want to, but sometimes you're forced to, right? So it's essentially going to be your way to counter the T's. And the way you have to use it is you really just have to use your positioning a lot more, right? Because of the fact that you're not going to be able to out firepower the other team, you're going to have to make flank plays, right? You're gonna have to make plays where you get info through here, and make sure you're aiming at head level. If you're not aiming at head level, you're done, right? The gun is very bad, and you're gonna have to hit them like 4 or 5 times. 4 times if you're lucky, 5 times generally, and sometimes 6 if you're gonna be wall banging them and stuff. So just keep that in mind. But the gun does have 25 bullets, so it is capable of spraying down the other team. It is a rifle at the end of the day, so as much as I'm saying it's bad, I'm just saying it's bad in comparison to the other rifles, right? So the way you want to use it is essentially the same as the M4. You want to be very stationary when you use it. You cannot be running around when you use the Famas, right? It is so inaccurate. You're not going to kill anyone. So make sure you're stationary. Make sure you're crouching after you're spraying in the middle, right? You don't have to crouch, but I'm just giving you guys suggestions on how to use the mobility of it. You got to treat it exactly like any other rifle, right? You got to stay still. You can't be running around, and you need to make sure that your feet are set and planted when you're using it, right? So this means that it's going to be very good for holding angles. It's going to be very solid for that. If you know the other team is on eco, keeping your distance is going to be huge with the Famas. If they're on eco and they don't have head armor, you can actually one-shot the other team with the Famas if you're close enough, and you know, you can just shred through them because of the lack of armor they have. So it becomes a very good gun when they're on eco. Very good, because you're going to absolutely shut down their pushes. But at the end of the day, guys, this is literally just the budget M4. It's a very cheap weapon to have. It's something you're gonna have to learn how to use, so make sure you get the spray pattern down. That's the biggest thing with it, and make sure you're not giving the other team the Famas when they're on eco round. That's the most important thing. But that's about it for today's video, guys. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, check out all the other videos in the series, and let me know down below what weapon you want me to cover next. So this has been the budget M4. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll catch you later. Peace out.